Shot clock at 6. McCall tries to get the defenders napping. Did it come off a hand? Might have been Kyle Adams' mitt. It'll stay with the Taipans. Pete Hawley courtside.
Well, fellas, keep an eye on the next few minutes because Tajir McCall during that previous free throw was just yelling at every player saying, I'm taking Mitch Creek. I don't care who was put their hand up. He knows that Mitch Creek's ready to break this game open and end it, so he put his hand up saying, I've got to slow him down.
Well, there you go. Somebody needs to put their hand up. Mitch Creek's such a tough cover. We've spoken about it all night, but those last few possessions, just too strong. Puts it on the floor, drops that left shoulder into the body and just creates enough space to get his little righty runner off the glass. So Tajir McCall, as Pete reports, taking the responsibility of trying to slow him down.
Which I have no doubt Mitch Creek will relish the challenge of going up against his former teammate. He's had a big night. Referees confer. Creek just, there he is. He's definitely asking what happened at halftime with the hair. Yeah, we need to get these players mic'd up a bit more, I think. Here's McCall. A little short. Rockoff with the rebound. The lead stays at 12. Barker, just tried to leave it for
That's
Creek.
just great on-ball defense.
Barker is just a little smarter, just a little bit more poised, just to say, okay, yes, they've switched. The mismatch is not for me. Mismatch is for Mitch Creek.
Yeah.
Let's move the ball, find him on the box. Instead, he takes on an excellent on-ball defender in Tajir McCall, and the turnover result.
McCall kicks it out. Leads at 12. It's a tough pass from Majukdeen. That is turnover number 21 for the Taipans. I know it sounds like we're harping on it, but we just mention it every time they turn it over, which has been almost all night. Did I give him one extra? Did I leave? It's only on 20.
Well, 21 will
It feels like 21.
season high for any team this season, so they want away from that. When you think about it, with that kind of number, they're actually lucky to be anywhere near this game. And the Phoenix now pulling it away. Adam Ford calls for time. Down 14 all of a sudden.
Brandon Ashley is in the double figures, and he was inserted into the starting lineup late, and he's helped the lead. $14-point lead. I was just going to say, Brandon Ashley in a situation where he got inserted. He hasn't been around the team for a great deal. Of course, only been signed a couple of weeks ago. But his aggressiveness and the fact he's been a focal point of a lot of this game is really impressive to see, Homicide.
It is no Joe Chi. Steps up comfortably. 18 minutes of action, 4 of 6 from the field, 10 points, a couple of rebounds. But he's inserted himself into this team and played well.
Yeah, Dane Pinot's impact as well. 0 for 4 from the field, but 4 offensive rebounds, 4 extra possessions for his team just through his energy and activity on the offensive glass. 2 steals, a block. Those 2 guys holding the fort in the absence of the Chinese superstar.
And it's led to a 14-point lead. $14-point lead. And this is something that we continue to talk about. If you think you can shoot a full-court shot in an NBL game, Homicide, yes or no?
No.
Head to the NBL website, though. Anyway, do it. Win page to enter for your chance to shoot for $100,000 in the Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. And don't worry if your first shot misses, Homicide. Good news is you get a second one from half court for $50K.
I'm not hitting that either.
Okay, that's the type of positive thinking that no one should have. If you get the opportunity, make sure you enter. As Kenny for 3 knocks it down out of the timeout.
Great response.
Huge.
Out of the huddle for the Taipans. They managed their way through the pressure, got an open look in the corner. Just keeps the dream alive.
McCall 8 assists, go with his 13 points. Barker couldn't finish on Deng. That lead stays at 11. McCall tries to split through the defender. I think Brandon Ashley might have just got him with the knee. And that's a great look by McCall. As Pete Hawley mentioned earlier, the floor wiper's been earning their check tonight as they have a look with sweat all over the floor again. It's been good tonight, Jared Kenny off the bench in 23 minutes, 6 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. The lead's 11. They've hung around.
To keep this thing interesting.
They've hung around.
To keep it interesting, they need a basket right now. There's a lot of time left in this game.
An eternity. Kenny, Nartai, Deng, Jawai, and McCall. On the floor for the Taipans. For the Phoenix, it's Glidden, Mumford, Smith-Milner, Brokoff, and Creek. We see the 55 wearing the Phoenix jersey there. 24 points, 8 boards.
4 steals.
He's been a menace all night again.
Missed 4 shots.
He doesn't take any bad shots. His shot selection. And a pretty warm evening in Traralgon. Plenty of sweat flying around. And away we go. Kenny to inbound. He gets it back from Deng. Shot clock at Deng. Here's Jawai, 1-on-1 with Smith-Milner. No double team comes, which means in the end, Jawai was able to get to where he wants, and Smith-Milner had almost nothing else but to do to hit the big arm and send him to the foul line.
You said it, Cam. No double team comes. Can't guard that guy. Single coverage down there. Too big, too strong. For Torrey Smith-Milner. Jawai knew it. Couple of crab dribbles or bumps into the chest. And at that point, he's right in front of the bucket. Spoke about former Taipan Matt Smith from the Gippsland area. I tell you, you would have experienced a few bumps and bruises from Big Nate over the years at practice.
Second one's in and out.
Look at him mopping it. Leads the league in perspiration, Nate Jawai, and they just are carrying a towel around near him right now as the heat in that building making things difficult for the big fella.
McCall trying to snaffle some of the check from the floor wipers to do a wonderful job in every venue around Australia, part of NBL 22.
Do we have any more owls or something? Yeah.
Needs a 10. We need more towels in Gippsland. The only man on the joint right now not willing to get on his hands and knees and mop up some sweat is Pete Hawley. Halls, if you're not going to get out there, tell us something.
Well, fellas, firstly, I'm glad that I chose a black shirt tonight because it was white, it'd be see-through, and I'm not ready for that kind of show just yet. But Nate Jawai just there, was bending over to try and help clean the floor, but as he was bending over, more sweat was dripping off his head, just making the job even harder. I tell you what, this whole atmosphere is incredible down here. The fans are absolutely loving seeing NBL hoops in Gippsland. They're loud. They're loving seeing Ryan Brokoff go off, Mitch Creek do his thing, and it's just an all-around great atmosphere.
Little glimpse here there. Halls do look like he's sweating a little bit. I haven't seen you sweat like that since you retired. Here's Mumford. Pulls up off the screen, off the right-hand dribble. Can't hit it. McCall lost it for a split second. Jawai, perfect timing. The lead is 9. Still half of the fourth quarter to go. McCall surveys his options. Creek, Glidden turned it down. Mumford Mumford took a little bump. McCall tried to take it in the numbers, but I think he was still moving to his right.
Draw the offensive foul there to Jim McCall. Down the other end, that's, you see, sliding. That's a hit in the chest. Blocking foul call. Down the other end, that's his 9th turnover. That's more than anybody has had at any point in NBL 22 before tonight. 13 points, 8 assists, 9 turnovers. There you see. So he's 2 assists and a turnover away from a triple-double.
There's plenty of time to get there.
You ever have one of those types of TDs?
Of course.
The stat man all over you, Corey. 19 points, 12 boards.
Loaded question, wasn't it? Loaded question.
The Breakers.
I've also had a triple-double.
Yeah.
I tell you what. That cheap stuffer. To Jim McCall, of course, leading the league in assists. And he's just going to add to that average tonight, but they have been loose with it. 21, that equals as a team now the highest of any squad this season. Look at the margin, single-digit margin with that many throwaways. What could have been?
You're the number 1 journo in the game, Liam. What can you tell us about Scott Machado? That foot, and they've caught. You're the number 1 journo in the game, Liam. What can you tell us about Scott Machado? That foot, and they've kind of able to dodge a little bit of a bullet due to the lack of games the Taipans have played. As frustrating as that has been, they haven't missed him for as many games as they were slated to when he first got hurt. What are you hearing?
Not a lot. It was a tricky spot at the back of the heel. It's sort of like the base of the Achilles. You just got to be really careful with that area. And there hasn't been any word from the Taipans yet about him being back out there. Didn't make this trip, but shout out to him. No doubt watching on from home.
No doubt.
Right now, cheering on his boys. And we can't wait to see him back out there.
That's a good point. It's not just the Cairn Taipans fans who want to see him back out there. It's neutral sports fans and basketball fans around the country. He's an entertainer and he does it at the highest level. 11 the difference. They've hung around, but they just haven't been able to land the big blow when they get their opportunities. Can Nartai change that? He can't. Brokoff runs it down. 8 of 22 from the three-point line tonight are the Taipans. Smith-Milner couldn't kiss it off the window. Now McCall, what have they got left in the tank here, Cairns? Nartai, different side of the court, different result. Nothing but net. Leads back to 8. 5 for Jordan Nartai.
Plenty of basketball left to play in this game. Can they string along some stops?
Glidden was hot in the first half. Continues it here. Goes right back at Jordan Nartai's triple. He's got 12. Lead back to 11.
This is what we haven't seen from Cam Glidden this season. 2.5 points per game before tonight. Kenny responds. Keeps the Taipans alive. Time's starting to get away from them a little bit, but as Corey says, still enough to make a run if they can get some stops.
Lead is 8, as it was at three-quarter time. Creek, guarded by McCall. He wanted him. He's got him. He made him give it up there. Shot clock's now down to 6. Mumford uses the Smith-Milner screen twice. And in the end, gets a little tap for his worries, and he'll go to foul line for a couple.
There's Nartai stepping up and knocking that down. He's feeling it. And then Kenny, back-to-back 3 balls from the Taipans, but sandwiched in between them was that look from Cam Glidden in the corner. 4 of 6 from long range for him. And just interesting to see these lineups with Adam Ford sticking with Nate Jawai out there. Simon Mitchell's leaving both Brandon Ashley and Dane Pinot on the bench. He just returns to Brandon Ashley now. So he ran with some minutes there with Smith-Milner as a big, strong body to try to manage Nate Jawai, but now he's going to go with Ashley, who has that ability to shoot it from the perimeter a little bit. See if that can make things difficult for Jawai at the defensive end.
Second one short. Mumford with 12 tonight. Mitch Creek, he loves it.
Brandon Ashley with
Ashley.
that help. Good block.
Liam spoke about it a split second ago about what he can do offensively, but
Both of them blocked that.
absolutely. Tough shot by McCall, trying to make things happen. But you go in there, that's the risk you do run, Corey Homicide Williams.
Good defense, good team defense. Phoenix, that possession.
Shot clock at 17. Leads at 9. Here is McCall. Has two options. Goes away from Jarwai, runs straight into Mumford. Simon Mitchell says that's got to be an offensive foul. We look, I think it's been called. Yeah, it's been called a block. Now Simon Mitchell wants the coaches challenge it.
On first glance, I think that's a good decision. Xavier Mumford picked which way Jim McCall was going. And he's going to call the timeout, use the coach's challenge, and say, let's have a bit of a look at that, because it looked like he slid his feet, took it right down to the numbers. Here you go. Oh, he drops that right shoulder. Makes contact. McCall says it's a flop.
50-50. We are, as Liam mentioned earlier, we're only seeing a couple of the angles. The crew led by Scott Butler on location tonight at Traralgon. We've got all the bells and whistles to take us through.
That looks like a
and
charge.
make a decision. It is tight. You've seen Simon Mitchell and the crew look straight around to the lap.
You know, as I look at that more times, I think I agree with Jim McCall. He did, but there was minimal contact in the end. You see, watch him. He's not a lot of contact, and he's going down. And I just feel like over the course of the season, we've seen these situations when it gets referred to the replay center, they don't want to reward the flop. I guess.
Now, Simon Mitchell asked earlier that if there's a challenge and it's not a charge, can you give a flop warning? Well, there could be some irony here, because as we wait to see what happens, it may go that particular way. Here we go.
Yeah, the coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The call is confirmed. We have a blocking foul on 5 black and 2 shots to 22 white.
There you go.
The challenge is so they lose their timeout and their challenge. 2 shots, unsuccessful.
There's the explanation. Unsuccessful. Block. Stays with the original call. No flop warning. Which is what McCall wants.
The replay or anything like that. I just get all the feedback through.
But I dare say he's happy with the 2 shots.
Jump for the replay. I'm not looking at the camera angles or.
First one's good.
There's a chance to make this a 7-point game.
They hanging
Plenty
around.
of time left.
Mm-hmm.
Can they get stops?
He let out with his arm, first contact with his chest.
That's the big question mark.
7-point game.
Ashley. Mumford. Long shot, long rebound. Was able to run down his own gear. Couldn't finish it. Keeps it alive again. Might have just landed.
They get a stop.
Big stop. Big stop. Lead 7. 2.5 to go.
Cairns have to find a way to get the ball in the Jawai, run a high screen roll, attack. They're in the bonus.
Here is Jarwai. McCall. They look gassed. He just shoots a straight on 3. It stays a little bit short. Falls to Brandon Ashley, and the lead stays at 7 as we near the 2-minute mark.
They need something better than that. The Taipan. It's not a high percentage shot to Jim McCall. Plenty of time on the shot clock there. Try and make a play.
Shot clock to 7. Mumford. Little pocket pass to Ashley. Runs into Jawai. He's down, so you've got a 5-on-4 opportunity if the Taipans can make it work. Kenny, Ashley gets back. Jawai wants it one-on-one in the post with Creek, and now he gets it. Again, no double team. Good D by Creek. Oh, better offense, I thought, by Jawai. Just rattles out. 2 straight empty possessions by the Taipans.
The strength of Mitch Creek coming to fruition right there. Able to hold his position and force Jawai into a tough look.
You can't even ask for a better shot than that.
Creek to shut the gate. Can't. Jawai snaffles the board. Now they'll push. Time is against them, though, so they're going to have to work fast. Jawai had that stripped by Creek. Creek McCall. McCall just reaches in. He wants to plead his case. He wants to go upstairs. He's saying coach's challenge, but if you're a Taipans fan right now or part of that coaching crew, the air probably just out of the hot air balloon right now.
22nd turnover. As it slips through Nate Jawai's hands, he instantly wiped his hands on his shorts, which for most people you say, well, you're just making a bit of an excuse. For the big fella, understandable with how much he's perspiring in that building, but the result is that the Phoenix take it away and storm it down the other end of the floor.
Let's have a look.
Good hands.
I think he might have got him on the arm.
Okay, the coaching challenge is unsuccessful. The call is confirmed. We have 2 shots to white 55.
You have a crack at it. Adam Ford was successful earlier with the coach's challenge at an out of bounds in the first half. Mitch Creek will go to the foul line. He's had a big night. We've harped on about it, but when he does what he does, and so often, we're going to continue to talk about it. 24 points, 8 boards.
6 steals.
6 steals. Throw a couple of assists in as well. And now we'll go to the foul line with 61 seconds left. It might get even tougher.
Mitch Creek has played 37 minutes and hasn't slowed up at all. He is in shape. Talking about a hot gym. Doesn't look like it.
Is he the current MVP of the league?
Look at Vic Law.
Well, they've got 2 guys there. I mean, if it's not
Look at Cotton.
If it's not Mitch Creek, I'd lean towards Cotton right now, but Creek, you would have to well and truly be right in that mix.
He's definitely in the mix.
McCall, a little shook up, helped by his teammates.
It's Easy's battle to Jim McCall. Continuing to attack. There he cops the hit from Brokoff, so he's going to go to the free throw line. These guys haven't been on the floor for a real basketball game since New Year's Eve. 26 days ago. That's a long time. He comes out here working on his 35th minute and has carried a really big load. Yeah, it's been inefficient with all those turnovers. But 15 points, 9 assists as well. You can't question the heart and the effort of Tajir McCall.
I'm really looking forward, Homicide, to seeing him paired with Scott Machado on a regular basis. Because they are going to be fun to watch and they're going to be tough to get guard and handle.
I am as well. Oh,
It's,
little man still sad.
I feel like going down to Gippsland and buying a hamburger because it's broken his heart on a number of occasions. As the Taipans have flirted with giving burgers away, but haven't done it tonight, all thanks to Hungry Jacks. Great pass. Craig just mishandled for a split second. Went back and got it, as did Brandon Ashley, who puts a lid on the shot and a lid on the game, and that will do it. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, as much as the Taipans have battled, are just going to fall a little bit short. The team from Cairns in their first hit out remarkably as we end near the end of January in 2022, their first game. Have a look at this. Homicide, talk us.
Nice finish by the big fella. Mitch Creek goes up strong, unsuccessful, but his big man, Ashley, cleans it up for his 12th point and 4th rebound in 22 minutes.
Takes a seat, fouled out. Joe Chi, if you are just joining us, you've missed an entertaining game. So I don't know where you've been, but Joe Chi with non-COVID illness, as Pete Hooley reported. Brandon Ashley into the starting 5 and only his second game for the Phoenix, and he's delivered in spades. While he does foul out there, he's been brilliant tonight. 12 points, 4 boards, and been that usual lengthy menace on defense, which we came to know well last year at the Breakers. Leads at 6. That'll be uncool. Simon Mitchell just questioning the foul. If it was before the ball had been released. The referee says it was in. Lead stays at 6. Tarangi nonchalantly just snaffles it late, but they're going to try and run time out here, Phoenix. Kenny just fouls Mitch Creek. That'll be his 4th. 22 turnovers. They've been outshot from the field. 41% from the three-point line. They've been able to get a little hot in the second half. Phoenix have dominated statistically all night, yet the Taipans have hung around. But while it does feel they're going to fall a little bit short, Homicide, it's something they can build on as they look to get Machado, Quatnoy, and Jerry back into this lineup. McCall for 3, long. Kept alive. Well, he's going to let it fly. He's done a number of occasions that short. Mumford, will they foul? They will. They're going to be on Dan.
Well, definitely something to build on. Turnover issues have been there for the Taipans at times throughout this season. And of course, no Scott Machado, that's a big part of it. You're just trying to, he's your ball handler, your playmaker. The guy you lean on to control the tempo. There's Brandon Inga, Taipans development player, checks in, 13 seconds to play. Good to see him back out there. He's been injured, but they really need to tidy that up. This will be their 3rd game this season with 20-plus turnovers. That's just way too many. One of those games, remarkably, they won against Tasmania. But tonight, it's those first half turnovers in particular, put them behind the 8 ball.
Munford makes both. There's another turnover with the Hail Mary. Yes, Corey. There's been a big win for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They've had to scrap. It hasn't always been pretty, but a 10-point win in the end. 87-77. That man, Mitch Creek, was again huge. A monstrous night. Everyone in Gippsland, they packed the rafters out. And I'm pretty certain that man, yes, I'm right, 26 points, foot like a player in the game, 26 points, 8 boards, couple assists, 6 steals. Mitch Creek continues to lead his team to another W in the best possible way.
Great effort by the leader. Good effort on the road. You can call this on the road because we're in Gippsland. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix get it done collectively. They did a really good job defensively.
Big win for Lex of Foot like a Mitch Creek was outstanding. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, nice little double here. The win in Tasmania on Sunday to go down to Gippsland and hold on to a home away from home court. Get it done as Mitch Creek talks to his troops.